Yo guys, what's up? It's Teacher's Game 2 coming at you with another helpful video today, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the best place that we use in order to find all of our artifacts and, well, I guess not artifacts, but the tributes so you can do your boss fights. Now, there's quite a few easy ones that you can find, but let's go ahead and check out where those are. I am on my official server right now, so this is something that I am actually going to do as we speak anyways. Go ahead and cryopod my Procoptodon. Now the area that I am in currently actually is the best place to get the Brontosaurus. I have never leveled my fire wyverns. This is the first time I've taken him out. Decent stats, not the greatest imprinting. A little sad about that, but there are worse things. Let's bring him up to like, right about there. Looks good. Give him some good melee. Alright, now we're rocking. So, this is the best area on the map that you can possibly find your little Bronto area. Now I'm going to go ahead and give you the coords for this. You're looking at about 35 latitude, 60 is longitude, right next to the aberration entrance. And this is where you're going to find all your sauropod vertebrae. If you haven't seen my video, this is like one of the biggest areas on the map where these guys spawn. So it's actually something that's a really good area to find them. But you can get, I think usually 10, 15, 20 of these vertebrae around here really quickly. So if you're looking for these guys, go ahead and pop them off right here. Usually I'll spend about 10 minutes collecting them, come back with like 20 or 30. So this is a good spot to get your sauropod vertebra. And it's also a great spot, in case you're curious, if you're looking to go down to the aberration zone, which is right there at these coordinates as well. This is also a good little spot to have like a little outpost in case you are down in the aberration zone and need to access the surface sometimes. So let's go ahead and check out the next thing. Alright guys, just to let you know real quick, as long as I do these artifact runs, not artifact, but I mean the tribute runs in order to do the boss fights, usually what I do is I just take big circles around the map, and I'll show you kind of why what the importance of that is. As you're going, you just hit drops. Even if it's a green Mastercraft drop like this, you get stuff from them, so you might as well. Don't just skip over these things. Ooh, desert. I'm never going to complain about desert gear. It's a pain in the butt to make. So now what you do is you literally just, or drop all, so you don't need to actually pick them in your inventory. Reset that, and you'd be amazed how much good stuff you actually get when you're doing this. Even if it's green drops, I just got desert gear, which is not exactly something easy to come across because silk is a pain in the butt. Now, as long as I'm over in this area, you see there's a bunch of Brontos right here, so we're going to go ahead and slap them around, get the stuff I need from them, and then I'll go ahead and kind of fast forward through this so you can see what I'm doing. Alright guys, so I went ahead and killed, as you can see, took care of some Brontos, got 11 of those. While I was doing that, I went ahead and got some basic Tyrannosaurus arms as well. However, I'm going to go ahead and show you the next best spot. So where you want to find the Allosaurus is basically, I'm actually going the wrong way now that I look at the map. If you head to the bottom right corner of the map, you'll see me right now at 3545-ish. In the bottom right corner in the White Cliffs area, there is an absolutely enormous amount of Allosauruses. So we're going to go ahead and collect Allosaurus brains while we're heading down to that region. And as long as we're heading down there, I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about it. The White Cliffs region is actually enormous. The things you can find over there for the artifact-wise, not artifact, but you know what I mean, tribute. You can actually find Allosaurus brain, you can find Bronto, and Rexes. There are no snakes down there in order to get the venom, and unfortunately I don't think there are Argies either. There might be, but the best place to get Argies is behind us anyways. But I'm going to go ahead and show you Allosaurus brain. Let's fast forward till we get there. Alright guys, so we are now over the White Cliffs biome, and you can kind of start to see all the stuff rendering in on my official server here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you, can obviously the Brontos are right here, but this is also the best place to find the Allos. You eventually, the best way to do this obviously is if you're on a wyvern. You just kind of fly around and wait till you find the pack of 3 or 4 of them. Now, it's also a good area to get Deinonychus eggs in case you're curious, and boom, here we are right here. There are some Allosauruses. Now I'll go ahead and show you the map just to show you the location I'm in. About 74-ish, 62 maybe, give or take. And usually what I'll do is I'll just come down here with my dragon, take care of these things. They usually spawn in numbers, which is super nice, obviously, because you can get large numbers of them, which is helpful. And that one's just deciding he's going to spin a circle, which is kind of funny. Now, the reason you want to bring a wyvern is actually due to the fact that you can have a high health, because these things bleed effect is quite dangerous. It's a pain in the butt. You can see how much damage it's doing right now to me. I'll show you. The bleed effect is doing a lot. It's almost like 100 health every couple of seconds. So it's a lot. So you just make sure you bring a high health wyvern and you'll be fine. Now, that being said, this is the area that you can find all the Allosaurus brains, which is a good thing. I'm going to go and heal my wyvern up a little bit, get a couple more Allosaurus brains, but I'll speed through all that so you can see it, and then we'll move on to the next part. So guys, just to let you know real quick, I am in the White Cliffs area. And as long as I'm here, usually what I do is I go ahead and check. There's some low-level Deinonychus. I'll pick up some Deinonychus eggs, and this is actually for a pretty easy reason. Deinonychus eggs are super useful, even if they're low levels, because you can use them in extraordinary kibble, which is kind of nice, obviously. You want to be able to have access to that kind of stuff. In this area that I'm in right now, you can see there are tons of Deinonychus eggs. So it's a great area to get like 3, 4, 5, 6 eggs. There's a 130. And sometimes you get some decent ones, some decent eggs to actually use to raise, but most of the time it's just for kibble, because exceptional kibble eggs can be a pain in the butt to have. So let's go ahead and hop off, pick up these eggs. Da-da-da. And let me show you the cords as soon as I actually get this thing picked up. It's probably a 130 from that one. Oh, just a 20. So the cords of this location, just beneath 70, you can see that little plateau right there, about 73.60. That's a good spot to get a lot of Deinonychus eggs up on top of this plateau. Now I'm going to go ahead and speed through getting some more Allosaurus brains, and then I'll go ahead and show you the next spot. Alright guys, alright, so I just wanted to show you, so I have farmed up a few Allosaurus brains, 14, only took me maybe 5-10 minutes tops, and I was just, because I was kind of going slow. I found an accidental cave over there. I'll show you about that one in another video, but that was kind of weird. I was like, wait a minute, there's a weird cave over here. It's just like a little cave base, so I don't know how big it is. It's the first time I've ever seen it actually, so I will check that out at a later date, which is interesting. Now, anyways, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next thing. So the next thing that you need in larger numbers is sarcosuchus skins. And yes, they are actually called the sarcosuchus, which is a pain in the butt because it's not an easy name to say. However, you just need the skins. Now, there's only one place above ground to actually find these guys, and that's over in the swamp biome. And I'll show you where we're heading right now. So if you look at my little thing, you can see like this dark green segment from about 35-ish latitude to about 65-ish latitude along the 80 longitude line. You actually have a bunch of sarcosuchus that spawns. You just have to go down into this little swamp area. Now, the best way for me that I do this on the surface, now we don't live on the surface, we live under the ground on my official server, so we actually don't farm these on the surface, we do these underground. It's a lot easier there, but I'll show you how to do it. I usually land on the right-hand side from where I'm coming from. You can kind of see that right now, and you can see the first sarcosuchus. He's right there. So they're usually swimming or at least walking around in the mangrovey area. And I'll just harvest a bunch of their bodies. Now, I'll take that skin. I don't really have any need for any of this stuff. Drop it all. Because otherwise, if he's more than half encumbered, whatever tame you're on, they won't automatically pick it up. And that's a pain in the butt. Now you can see there's some paraxanthiums, paraceratheriums, I think is technically what they're called. They're just called racers for most people. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go through this. I'll try and do first person so maybe you can see what I'm doing here. Nope, it doesn't make it any easier. So, you hear a snake in here, so we need titanoboa venom as well. So there's some. Got 2 titanoboa venom. Just literally munch as you go through this stuff, and you'll find all that kind of stuff. So, anyways, there's a Sarco as well. You see him right there. Come on. There he is. Is he running from me? No, he's trying to attack something else. You can see him now. So usually what I do, because you get a lot of stuff when you go through here, I just take it as soon as I get it and drop all, so I don't even have to hop off my wyvern. And when I'm in this region, this swampy region, I'll kind of clear it out for a second so you can see where I am. There you go. So there's a lot of stuff in here. I've cleared most of it. Oh my goodness. Come on, Parasaur. Do a circle here. Easy to take care of these guys, obviously. So, frog. I don't want any of you, but whatever. So what I do usually in order to harvest the stuff I've already kind of shown you, you just walk through this. Yeah, there are leeches, but if you keep biting, you'll be okay. Now, these guys do a lot of damage to the rider, the oh boy, Dimorphodons, so be careful. That being said, what is that? A bag? It is a bag. Oh, Sarcosuchus. Speaking of. So as you can see, I am more than half encumbered, so he didn't pick it up, so I have to hop off now, unfortunately. Now, I hate doing that because there are leeches, there are all kinds of stuff down here that wants to eat your souls. Pull out my shotgun, because I don't like this area. There's some titanoboa venom. Sarcosuchus skins. Ooh, trank arrows. Free trank arrows. Never a problem with that. I'll take it. And there was another bag over here. Titanoboa venom. As you can see, you can get stuff through here pretty quickly. Now, just in case you're curious, again on the map, it's the darker green section where I am right now, and that's the best place to get this stuff on the surface. However, there's a lot easier spawn under the ground that I'll show you here once I go back under the ground, but I'm just going to harvest this for a second so you can see what it is and bring you back. Alright guys, so I am just about done over here. As you can see in this swamp area, you don't get very much. I've only gotten 6 and 3 total, so it's not very high. However, don't worry, I have a much better spawn for you. You just have to be willing to go under the ground. You'll probably need a Spino, and I'll show you how to do it in just a second. It's really not that hard. However, I'm going to go ahead and try and do one more pass. As you can see through this area, the issue that I have with this area, it's so hard to see. There's not much you can do if you're on a larger tame. I wouldn't go through this area on a small tame just because leeches, all kinds of stuff will get you. So we're going to go ahead and say, you know, pass. And we're going to go to the next area that we need. Is that a Sarco down there maybe? Or is it a Caprosuchus? That is a Caprosuchus. And I don't want to play with them because they will launch at 1,000,000 miles an hour and say, see ya. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next point to get the areas. Alright, so guys, as we're heading over there, what I wanted to show you real quick is basically we're going to be going back to the middle of the map, about 40-ish latitude and 50-ish longitude. It's right above the area where you go back to the underground zone. Now, on your way there, you're going to see the peaks of these hills. Now, the peaks of these hills are usually pretty well loaded with argentavis, and you do need some. There's a decent quetz. What level is it? 50? Burn. Wow, apparently that didn't hit him, but you can see what I mean right here. So basically what you want to do is you want to stick towards the tops of these hills. Now, make sure you're very low on weight. As you can see, I've got a bunch of stuff on me. I might be throwing some of this out because honestly, you probably don't need desert gear, but oh well, there are worse things to have. So what we're going to do is if you hit these argies with just one blast, usually most of the low level ones die or at least get aggroed to you. And the easy way to get these guys is just go to the ground, like I just did, wait for him to get there, and the benefit is you get 2 talons per argy, so that's pretty nice. So there's 2 talons, and we'll just go to the next hill, and if you stay on the top of the hills, and apparently he's not going to let me know it, if you just stay in like the peaks of the hills heading towards the middle of the map, you will find enough argies to fill your vaults with argy talons. They spawn everywhere on this map. It's not like I guess, whoa, that's an interesting thing. A little bit of a lag spike right there. But you can see, and usually what I do is I'll just stay on the top of the mountain so I can land because trying to hit things out of the air is not fun. So I just avoid that altogether. Now, we're going to go ahead and go this way, and I'll show you the argy talon spawn near this hill that we're going towards. It's quite a bit bigger than the other ones, and it also allows you to go inside the Crag Cave, which is really quite nice, and I'll show you what that means in a second here. If you've never been inside the Crag Cave, there are 3 loot drop spawns in there, which is pretty awesome because, well, loot. Loot is nice. I like the loot. And also in this area we're heading, right on top of this mountain that you're about to get to, is a big argentavis spawn, assuming that everyone hasn't loaded it up with structure. We might be the case. There they are. So you can see I'm starting to roll in right now. So typically stay towards the top of mountains, and what you do, just land, blast this guy real quick. Obviously I didn't get the talons because I'm over half weight, so then you just stick on top of these mountains and get all the talons you want. If you don't get them from just initially taking them, pull them off and you're good to go. So now how to get to the Crag Cave, if you've never seen my video on that, it's super easy. You just come to the coordinates that I've shown you before, right about 35-ish and 50-ish, and you'll see that little like squared stone structure down there. There's the cave you want to look for. And we're going to go ahead and go inside of it just to, what the heck, that's a sleeping bag. I don't approve. I do not approve of that. I don't know whose bag that is, but I don't like it there. Not a fan. I just don't like the idea that someone can sneak in behind and take care of business. So, what I usually do is I'll take my wyvern, if he wants to actually move right now. Thank you, buddy. And I'll leave him in the entrance on turret mode. Wow, he's having difficulties. There we go. So I'll just get him right here, so that way he's not outside, so he can just get sniped. And then if you go ahead and go to behavior, allow special attacks, enable turret mode, and I usually keep him on passive, but we're going to go ahead and put him on neutral for right now. Now, down inside this zone, go ahead and I might have too much weight on me for this pteranodon, so I might leave some on my wyvern up here. But throw your Terra out. Has a saddle on him, so we're good. I'm going to go ahead and take everything off me. Transfer all. And including that, why not? Now, what you do is you just go down this super easy. There's lots of loot down here too, which is awesome actually. Come on. Now sometimes people try and build in this cave, so you want to be careful about that, because that's a pain in the butt. You don't want to deal with that. Now you can see the loot crates. One spawns up there, one down there, one over there. However, they're not spawning in right now for some reason. So I'm going to go ahead and just get the artifact, because that's what we need anyways. So you go ahead and land. Now this artifact, what I do usually, wedge myself right here, hop off, and you kind of get stuck because it's like in the wall. Now here's what's really cool about this artifact as well. If you just leave render range for like a couple of seconds, sometimes these spawn back into, you get lucky. However, I don't think I'm going to get lucky this time. You just leave render range, land for a second. Let's go ahead and pump up his weight. Why not? Turn back around. And, oh, it's not going to do it for me. Usually what you can do is you can actually get a second one literally right away just by turning around and getting out of render range of it. And once you do that, it actually makes it way, way easier to gather as many as possible. So I usually gather one. It might also be the fact that there's a structure down in here right now from Praetorians. Pretty cool guys, actually. But still, it might be causing it. There it is. So now you can see it's back. So literally, you just go back over here. Land again. Put yourself in that wedge spot and pull it again. But, however, I don't have an otter on me, so I can't pull two. However, I would really encourage you to use an otter. So make sure you bring an otter with you and you can carry as many artifacts as you want. Now, we're going to go ahead and go back up, and I'm going to show you the lower zone where you can get a ton of venom as well as Sarco skins. If I can actually move, because I think I parked this guy in a not great spot. So that's lovely. And I'll show you another quick trick as well, as long as we're going down there. There's my cryopod. Gonna grab this. And we're off. So we're gonna go ahead and head back down into the underground zone. We've got everything we need from up top. We just need more skins and venom, and that is in excess down in the underground zone of Valguero. Now there's two ways you can get down there. If you have a wyvern like I do, really easy. You can go down there on a wyvern. A lot of people don't know this trick. Let me show you. So actually what happens, right there you can see that I got kicked off. But if you walk instead of fly, you can actually walk the entire way down. I just don't want to do it right now, but I might have to because I actually have no choice. Let's see if I can whip this guy and show you my cooldown timer on my cryopod. I hate that. I think that's stupid. Whatever. Come on, buddy. How much further do you want to go? You're a long ways away at this point, man. Let me ride on. Where's the option? Oh my goodness. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. As you can see, we're raising gigas and stuff too, but check this out. So if you don't have the ability to take something down there and you're scared to take anything, hop on your wyvern. Do not fly, because as soon as you fly, it's going to be a problem. But you can walk the entire way down. See? Now, they tried to fix the glitch in this map where you could not fly down. However, they forgot to mention the fact that you can just take a wyvern. Now, it's very slow, but it's pretty safe. Now, let me show you the chords of this if you don't know them already. About 37, 36-ish, and about 58-ish is the entrance, and you just take this giant pathway down, and it's pretty easy. Now, I got another 40 seconds, so what I'll do is I'll fast forward till I'm at the bottom of this. You're just going to keep going down this thing, and once you get to the bottom, I will go hop on a Spino and show you what I mean for it's easier to collect titanoboa venom and Sarco skins down here. Alright guys, I am back. We are now down in the rad zone. I am at one of our little grind pad locations down here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you. I've got 1 second left. Unfortunately, I threw out my wyvern unintentionally, so that was not what I wanted, and I had to wait for the countdown timer. Go ahead and throw out my Spino. This guy right here, you need one if you don't have one. These Spinos are super OP down here because they have you can see the water boost exists permanently down here. Don't know why. I don't know if it's a glitch or what's going on, but it's absolutely nuts. So in order to get an unlimited source of titanoboa venom, this is what you're going to do. Here is the Aberration Radiation Cave entrance. As you can see right here, I'll show it on my map right now, and I will try and turn so you can see it a little bit better. Ooh, that works a lot better right there. So you're looking at give or take 35-ish, 64-ish, and what you're going to do is you're just going to go down here. You got to have a haz suit on. You can see I have my haz suit on. Not very expensive, really cheap actually. And you just go down here in order to get all the stuff that you need. Now, I'll show you what I mean. You can see as soon as you get down here, there are literally titanoboa everywhere. You don't even need to get the meat. You just want the venom. So I usually just do that. Literally just smack a couple of them around. Now there's some crabs down here, but I don't even bother with them. You can see the glow tails are down here as well. Okay, apparently the crabs want to bother. So that's always fun. Now, benefit of a Spino. Spinos just shred everything down here. That's a 150. That's fun. As long as you have a Spino, you're pretty safe. There's not much that can get you down here. So I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, he's already half encumbered. That's why I didn't pick it up. I see. So there's the snake. I'll show you again. Just get the venom you need. Sometimes they don't give it for some reason, which is a pain in the butt. There's that. Let's go ahead and find some more snakes. And there we go. 2 more. And we'll keep doing this for a little bit, and then I will show you how much I get. And obviously, if you don't mind, if you haven't done so already, liking and subscribing, that'd be awesome. I really appreciate all the people that do that. The support has been awesome, and I really do appreciate all the help you guys have given me. A lot of advice, like, hey, try this for your videos. If there's anything you're like, yo, man, I think you should try this instead, do it, because I'm more than happy to take advice. That's really what it comes down to. All right. There's another one down, and that's actually probably enough for right now for my tribe, so I can just, if you keep going down this, you can find an unlimited amount. I only went for like 2 seconds and got that much, so you can see that they are all over the place down in this aberration radiation zone. Now, I'm going to go ahead and head back up and show you where all the Sarcos spawn down here. So the easiest way to do this, go back up the exact same ramp that you left on, take kind of like a lefty turn, avoid those rocks right there. Excuse me. And boom, you are back up at the top. Now, once you're back up at the top, what you're going to do, turn left. you'll be heading back towards the entrance to the aberration zone. And the first right you have a chance to take. I know there's a lot of directions. I'm sorry. I am sorry. It's a lot. You can get lost down here pretty easily. Take your first right. Now, what you'll see, you're going to end up down at Spinal River. Now, on this river, it goes up over there and over there. If you run this thing, and there's the chords of it for you, 30, 70-ish down in the aberration zone, there are a ton of Sarcos. And the second I get down here, I'll show you what I mean. Now, there's some baryonyx, some spinos. Not what I wanted. There's one right there. Got some venom still. I don't need this. I'm going to go ahead and drop that. And as you can see, there's some spino sails I'm getting. All kinds of stuff down here. Now, I'm going to have to go pick his stuff up, because I don't think I picked it up. There it is in the water right there. Take that Sarco skin. Nope, that's from me. Where is that Sarco skin? Did it land somewhere down here? Maybe I just didn't get it. Oh well. So as you can see, they are all over the place in this little river. Now, there's another one out in front of me. I'm going to go ahead and drop everything. Oh, keep those. Sometimes they're nice to have. And Sarco skin. And I'll go over here. Sometimes there's some over in this front side of the river. I usually just take care of the crabs as long as I'm down here too, just because that poly is nice to have. But we don't really need it right now, so obviously it's kind of a useless thing, but oh well. What level is that? Some baryonyx. Oh well. I am not seeing a little guy over here, so let's check the other end of the river. But this is usually where we get a good amount of stuff for the sarcosuchus skins, because there are 3 rivers down here. Nope, that's not one. This is the bottommost. There's another 2 that you can actually hit up, and they continue to spawn. So if you just go up and down these things, you can get a ton of sarcosuchus. Obviously, I say that, and there's another one up here. Sometimes there's 2 or 3 up in this region. Kind of depends. There's the sarcosuchus skin that I'm looking for, and obviously you can see what I'm talking about. So this shows you everything that you need in order to do a boss fight, all the tributes, I mean. So hopefully that helps you guys out. If you don't mind leaving a like and a subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. Oh, I guess I forgot Rex spawns, but Rex spawns are all over the map. There's no like generally good area. Obviously down here, I prefer to get them because they're close to me, and you get a ton of Rexes that spawn down in this zone anyways, right at the bottom of the entrance. So if you want to try and find one that's special to you, cool, but Rexes literally spawn everywhere, so I wouldn't worry too much about them. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you don't mind leaving a like and a subscribe, that'd be much appreciated. Alright, Teacher's Game 2, out.